Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my amazing fans. How are you all doing? Is your girl Lolo Obiezi? Yeah? So, today I bring you good news, like good information, something good, Obenge information for your ears. And you need to hear this. If you're making plans, future plans, 2025 plans of migrating to the United Kingdom, to do your master's program or to study, you just want to migrate through the student route. So this information is for you. Come down, come closer. I have something amazing to share with you today. Okay? This is me trying to inform people that are making plans of relocating to the UK by next year, come 2025, to study in the UK to do your master's program. I'm going to give you a step-by-step process of migrating to the UK as a student coming to do your master's program here. Okay, I'm talking about this because I've gathered enough information, enough like proof and evidences from people I've been in contact with. I've been in contact with some agencies that actually help students, have people especially from Nigeria, to come into the UK to study or to do their master's program. Yeah, I've been in touch with some of these agencies and they've successfully, in my very before, they've successfully applied for people to come into the UK to do their master's program and they've all been successful, happily staying in the UK and then doing their studies. Yeah, so that's why I'm bringing you this information today in case you're making plans of coming to the UK by next year to do your master's program. I'm just going to list it down step by step process of everything you need to know that is going to help you relocate to the UK to do your master's program. Okay, so stay tuned. Yeah. If you're new to this channel, this is Obieze and Lolo YouTube channel. Yeah, this is the beautiful face of Obieze and Lolo. Yeah, welcome to our channel. Please keep tuned, stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, and then drop your comments in this comment section. I'm happily going to reply your comments. If you have any question at the end of this video, please drop it in the comment section, then I'll be able to answer you. First of all, the thing you need to get ready while you're making your future plans of traveling to do your master's in the UK is to get your documents ready. Yeah. What are these documents? You simply need your WAEC certificate or your NECO certificate, and then you need the scratch card. So is either you're using your WAEC or your NECO, both of them are good. For the fact you need your English is okay, your mathematics is okay. English, which is the basic, you should just have your English cleared. So you have your English either from WAEC or NECO is all fine and accepted by these agencies. Yeah, so if you're using your WAEC, get the WAEC scratch card. If you're using your NECO, you have the NECO scratch card. So this is unaccepted. You're not using the two, you're just using one, except if you're combining results. If you're combining results, that means you can get the scratch card for the both of them. This is the first thing you need to get ready. Another thing you need to make available is your transcripts. Yes, you heard me. Your transcript from your previous school, like your institution where you obtained your degree certificate, you have to get your transcript from your school. Okay? The third document you actually need to get is your degree certificate, your original degree certificate. You know these documents I'm talking about, you're actually going to get their originals. Yeah, your degree certificate, which is the original. Another thing you need to make available is your CV. Yes, you need to write a good standard CV. Yes, actually, your agency can actually help you organize and arrange your CV to the format they actually want you to use when you are doing your application. Yes, you heard me right. Then the next thing is your what? Proof of fund. This is the height of it all. Yes, this is, you just have to make it available because the university you are going to apply to, they need you to like you need to confirm to them that you actually have the funds to see yourself through your studies. So the next thing you need is your international passport. Of course, this is the number one thing. Like anywhere you're traveling to, you must have your international passport, which is still very valid. If you don't have an international passport and you're planning to migrate by next year, start now to start processing your international passport. Another thing is to make sure you know the school. Yeah, applying to, which school, which university do I want to apply into. Yeah, this is one thing you should keep in mind. And then you can browse about the school, get to know more about it and their requirements, if there is anything extra they need from you. Okay, and then you have to know the cost implication and keep it at the back of your mind. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use maybe one university as an example to talk you through. Yeah, so the step 3 of what we're going to discuss in this video is just you trying to locate a good agency that will help you through this process. Except you're too good with what you're doing, you're sure and you're certain that you can actually do this application by yourself. There are good agencies, and doing it on your own will actually take you a lot because you're not working directly with the university. You don't have a good knowledge of the right thing, the right words, the right statements to make a application and every other thing that is surrounding it. So when you get these agencies to do this application for you, it's actually a straightforward thing and they will do it perfectly well for you. And do you know one good thing about this is that you don't have to pay the agency any amount. You're not paying them a dime. Yeah, because these agencies are like staff recruited by the universities to do this application for students. Yes, they bring students for them, and then the university pays them their commission. So it's the university that is paying them. You're not paying the agency anything, but you just have to be in contact with the agency. You have to be ready to give them every information, every detail, every document they request from you. You have to make it available for them. These agencies, they actually do a lot for you. Yeah, if you want to know about them, if you want to know more about them, you can actually slide into my DM or comment section. Then I will let you know one of the agencies that I've tested and trusted that are actually good and reliable. You are not paying them anything. These agencies, what they do for you is to do your application for you. Yeah, they will keep you updated in everything, step by step, everything. You just have to, they'll carry you along. They'll do the application for you. They will apply for your visa. They will even prepare you for your visa interview. And one of like when your application goes through with the university and you've been confirmed, then the school will actually invite you for an interview. Yes, you have an interview with the school, and these agencies, they will have to prepare you ahead of time. They will prepare you on what to expect from the university. Yeah, the interview is just going to be successful when they prepare you, but they know what the school wants. Like, so they will tell you what to expect, they will put you through the interview, and when your interview is successful, you get confirmed by the university, and then you've secured your place. The next thing is that they will apply for your visa. Yes, you give them all they need, all your details and documents. They will apply for your visa and they will carry you along the relocation package. Yes, they can even help you with accommodation. Not that they're going to offer you accommodation when you come into the UK, no, but they can refer you because they're already in the system, they're already in school, they're already in the UK, so they know how to go about getting you an accommodation which you pay for. Okay. Yes, so this is just it with the agencies. So this is just me trying to share with you some things you need to have in mind if you are preparing, if you are planning to come into the UK by 2025 to do your master's program. Yeah, these agencies will also put you through based on the course you want to do. They can put you through, relate with you the schools that offer different things, and then you make your choice. These agencies, one of the things they do for you is also to help you prepare your CV. Yes, they will prepare your CV to the standard the school wants it to be. I'm telling you the truth. So everything's just made easy for you. Within 1 month, you can just be in the UK because the last application I know they did for somebody, they started this application 1st of August and the person was already in the UK by September. You can imagine. So that is just it. So, the owende of them all is the cost implication of these things. I know so many people will be like, they're telling us all these things as if it's that easy. Yes, it can be very, very easy if you have the right documents, if you have the right knowledge, the right information. Yes. One thing about this is just the cost implication. Yes. It's expensive. The UK generally is so expensive when it comes to education, and of a truth, UK is one of the countries that have the best standard education. Yeah, they can offer good education, but their education system is good. Honestly, it is good. Yeah, you get touch with reality. This is what I can say about it. So coming to the cost implication, as of last year, one thing I know was there was this school, a particular school, their cost for a particular program, it differs, depends on the course you want to study, and then it depends on the location. Yes, cost differs based on your location of the institution you want to enroll into, and then based on the course you want to actually study. Yeah, for business, international relations, anything related to that, human resource. As of last year, I know of a school that the entire school fees for a 1 year program was about £11,300. That was as of last year. So as of last year, I know, I was sure and certain that for this particular school, the school fees was about 11,300 for 1 year program. But now, you've got the information that by next year is all going to be about 16,000. You can imagine. So you can imagine jumping from 11,300 to about 16,000 plus for this coming year is quite a lot. When you convert that money to naira, you know what it means, and you know the huge amount. It's quite a lot. And do you know one funny thing is that this increase is not like this. It's not like the schools actually have surplus of students. No, they're actually lacking students because of the rule with the UK policy, no dependence again. Yes, which is affecting most students here. And because of that, the school has to balance up. Yeah, students are not coming because they're not able to bring their dependents to the UK. So it's just very few students that they have or they are getting. And because of this, for the school to balance with the resources and everything to be able to run the school to the standard which is supposed to, they have to increase their school fees. So if you're able to afford the school fees, you come into the school and then they maintain the same standard because they can't lower their standard because of lack of students or because of lack of resources. School fees is actually on the high side, and then students suffer the effects to come and help them. One thing about bringing your dependent as a student is that when they bring in their dependents to when they're coming over to the UK, it actually helps them relieve a lot of stress because their dependents can be doing the full-time job, while them, being the student, can just be doing a part-time job and then focusing on their education and their studies. This actually helps them to balance their family life. But when a student have to come into the UK for second year, families at home, nobody to to help them with their bills and everything. They just come into the country, they have to work, they have to study. It actually takes a lot from them, honestly, and it's affecting students. So when people think about all these things, they just consider not coming to the UK because the fees are too much and they have to still work and then study. And you have to study because you come to this country to study. So regarding the cost, yes, just you have to note that you're not paying the whole amount at once. Some of these schools are so considerate, you can pay on installmental basis. But the main thing is that you have to pay half of the school fees first before you're able to come into the country. That is just it. Okay. Then one thing again you have to bear in mind is your visa application. Your visa fee is actually in dollars. Yes, you have to pay in dollars when you're paying for your visa, and it depends on the exchange rate. As of last year, sometime around August, September, it was around $650. Yes. So when you convert that to naira, you know what it is. Another thing you have to bear in mind is your medical insurance, which is your health insurance. Because as a student, you're coming into the country, you're going to be assessing health insurance, you're going to be assessing the GP practice, seeing the doctor when you're ill. So you have to bear in mind that you need to pay a medical insurance, which an estimate of about $1,550 estimates. So these are the cost implications. Okay. Another thing is your medical test. Yes, before you come into this country, you have to do a tuberculosis test. Yeah, tuberculosis test, which can be about 76,000 or above, doing your TB test, which you can do one in Lagos, one in Abuja, and then several other centers that the government have actually approved of recent. So get there, do your medical test, which is your tuberculosis test, and then if everything is fine, you're good to go. Regarding your proof of fund, you need about 17,500. Remember, for proof of fund, it all depends on if you're coming in to study for 1 year program or if you're coming in for a 2 years program. So it's actually the agency that will tell you the actual amount you need to present for your proof of fund, which the school need you to provide. Yeah, if the school wants you to provide a particular amount as a proof of fund, that is what you will go for. Yes, but just bear in mind that it can be up to £17,500 or above. That is just an estimate. So when you calculate all this is what you can actually take just for a standard. This is just for a standard like estimate of what it can actually take you to come into the country to study a job. So before I conclude this video, I want to let you know that coming to the UK to do your masters, you can actually decide to do a 2 years program or a 1 year program. Yeah, depends on your course. You can decide for yourself. I want to do this program for 2 years to get myself settled in the country, to get myself okay, relaxed, and not being tensed up. Because 1 year is just like this and then it's over. Yeah. Some people come into the UK to do their master's program and then they decide to do it just for 1 year. For me, my opinion, I will say if you've got a family you are thinking of, you have a family you want to bring over to the country, you have to choose the 1 year program or 1 year course. Do your masters within 1 year. Within that 1 year, you need to be up and doing, you need to be ahead of everything. Be ahead of your game, get yourself a job immediately, as soon as, even before you land into the country, start searching for job, any sort of job. search for job. And when you come into the country, get yourself acquainted to what is happening in the country, get yourself a job in an organization where you can actually be taken, and at the end of the day, they will offer you a COS, which is your certificate of sponsorship, that can help you retain your stay in the country. And when you get your COS and meet the criteria for bringing in your dependents, and then bring your family over after your 1 year stay. Remember, in the UK currently, you cannot bring in your dependents as a student, and you must finish your school, get a COS before you are able to bring your dependents, no matter what. You have to finish your studies first, get a certificate of sponsorship, but no company will give you a COS when you're still schooling. If a company wants to issue you a COS, you must have to finish your education, then they can offer you the COS, which can help you bring in your dependents. That is if you meet the criteria. Okay? So if you are on a 1 year program or a 1 year course, you want to bring in your dependents, get yourself a job that is likely going to give you a COS after your 1 year course. Okay, but unfortunately, if you're not able to get a COS immediately after your studies, you can apply for what is called a postgraduate visa, which is like a visa for 2 years to extend your stay in the country. Yes, you can get yourself a 2 years postgraduate visa. Apply for it. If you qualify for it, they will give you the visa to extend your stay for another 2 years, which will help you to get settled and relax in the country, and then get you buy you the time to get yourself a job which can actually offer you a COS. Okay, then if you are someone that is still very single, very much single, very comfortable and okay, you can come into the country, do your masters for 2 years, get yourself relaxed, settled, get a job that you are comfortable with and that can actually give you a COS after your 2 years program. I know if you've been working in a country I know if you've been working in a company for 2 years that offers COS, of course, they are likely going to offer you a COS. If they like you, if they are comfortable with what you do for them, they can actually offer you a COS, which can help you to bring in anybody you want to bring in after your 2 years course. Okay, so I hope I've said a lot actually. So if you need more information about this traveling, coming to the UK to study, to do your masters, feel free to slide into my DM. Let's talk about it. Okay, I hope I've done you well. Okay, still your favorite Lady Lolo. If you've watched this video up to this extent and you've not been able to subscribe to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please, just please hit the subscription bell, and then I'll be glad to have you in my community. Thank you. Stay tuned. Like and drop your comments. I am busy. We love you. Take care. See you next time.